Apparently, there is a full segment. Rollins confronts Reigns and Rock over bloody attack on Rhodes. Know your goddamn place, bro. But when I brought this up, something else popped up. Is WWE PG era dead? Yes, it is. And it's for the better, bro. It's for the best. Oh my gosh, I've never been like more excited to see some shit like involving wrestling, bro.
March 25th episode of Raw was considered by many to be one of the greatest episodes of WWE's flagship show. The show had grit, it had intensity, and it managed to bring a feeling back to fans that hasn't been present since the Attitude Era.
Look at the final boss, man. Look at the final boss.
Featured names such as Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and CM Punk delivering TV-14 style curse words.
Why he got the King Kong thing? What did you just call me?
And whilst most of these were censored, it highlights that the WWE talent, particularly those at the very top, are pushing the boundaries of what is permitted. The angle that got everyone talking took place at the end of the show, and it saw the final boss, The Rock, deliver such a brutal beatdown on Cody Rhodes that Rhodes was busted wide open.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since a blade job of this magnitude had been seen on WWE television. It's not just weekly TV that is leading to questions being asked around the PG status, as even on live events, Rhea Ripley is exposing her butt cheeks and delivering stink faces. Whilst WWE live events are more relaxed, WWE and Ripley have embraced these raunchy antics and made numerous social media posts regarding the acting question. Thanks to instances such as Ripley exposing her cheeks as well as wrestlers using explicit curse words, fans are collectively asking, is the WWE PG era dead? WWE transitioned to a PG product in the summer 2008, and there were numerous reasons for this, ranging from political reasons to WWE believing that a PG product would make the product more attractive to investors and sponsors.
Ruined it.
A lot of fans switched off the WWE product when this switch ensued, as some fans enjoyed the edgier presentation that a TV-14 product would allow. For the fans,
because you kind of literally made it like business-wise, of course it's a smart decision. Obviously, it's a smart decision. If you're family friendly, if everything's family friendly, you can get, oh my gosh, you can get so many ads. You can get so many brand deals. Everybody's going to want to back your shit up. But the thing is, you kind of lose like your real, like the people who probably really fucked with the, you know, the really like hardcore shit. But it comes to a point where you're like, damn, do you really want the money, or do you actually care about your fan base?
That remained, they mostly stuck by WWE due to their interest in their favorite stars such as John Cena, Randy
Imagine
Orton,
a naked WWE Dwayne the Big Cock John Snoof.
Yeah, maybe they should have kept it PG, because we can need freaks like you way away from this shit. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
CM Punk. And whilst the product would embrace PG elements,
the hell is wrong with you?
For the most part, the in-ring product was good. So Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-view events traditionally made for easy viewing. A lot of the criticism directed towards the PG era stems from the belief that WWE can't produce compelling content with a rating. Whilst this argument does have some degree of weight, it's worth noting that numerous storylines that have been widely celebrated over the past 15 years or so have been presented under PG guidelines. Storylines such as Randy Orton vs. the McMahon family, Kofi Mania, and who can forget the ongoing Bloodline saga have all been PG. Additionally, SmackDown, WWE's secondary show, which debuted in 1999, has always been a PG presentation, and SmackDown during the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era always had the ability to push the boundaries of what a PG wrestling show would allow. A WWE...
Yo, I did not even know that, because when I watched that at the time, it did not feel like... Well, when you were younger, I don't think you really know about that, all that shit. Everything, but they still appeared like badass. They were still doing badass shit. Now it's like... Or at least in the earlier PG era or shit like that, it seemed like everybody was like goody two shoes. Like nothing was really happening, bro. It was literally just for kids.
Prosperous place as things stand. Attendance is so high that WWE are modifying sets for Raw to accommodate more and more fans, and ratings remain consistently great, despite the viewing habits of consumers drastically changing. The product is also acclaimed by many as most shows receive rave reviews, and WWE premium live events have become must-see viewing. WWE also has so many names that are insanely over with the audience, and these are names that WWE could easily book to win the world title. Names such as Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Sami Zayn, and Drew McIntyre have connected with the fans, and this is down to strong booking that
I know,
puts
like, two
an
of those
emphasis
people.
on grounded storytelling. Due
Yo,
to the
AJ, thank you for the
WWE
sub.
being a PG product and the company doing as well as it is there any need to change direction? If WWE allowing curse words and blood in a PG environment, what is there to change? According to Dave Meltzer,
Nudity. You would love Subnautica. Nah, I don't like water. I know what that game is. I don't like water shit, bro. Like being in the water. I hate water levels in all games, bro. It sucks ass, man. Papa Sifu with the 5 gifted subs, my guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
in a recent edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter,
Look at that ear. I always find it weird when people got earlobes that like attached to the side of their face. Like that's kind of crazy, bruh.
WWE is still a PG product.
It's like, where do you get your ears pierced? Like, do you pierce it all the way down? Do you pierce it all the way down here, or like, it just looks weird? You can't get your ears pierced.
And a memo was sent out reaffirming this to talent. There was a memo sent just a few weeks ago to all talent from Nick Khan, Paul Levesque, and Dan Ventrell.
No disrespect for anybody that probably checked their ears and they got ears like that. I'm just saying, like, where do you pierce
The
your ears?
reason why WWE sucked for so long during the PG era was because of Vince McMahon. He was so out of touch with the company and fans and tried to sabotage the company last year too, but nearly selling to Saudi Arabia.
The hell?
Executive Vice President of Talent, which states that this is a PG company, no swearing, and said that includes everything on social media. And then Johnson swears all over his promos on social media each week and even curses during his television promos on Fox, which has him bleeped out or just gone dark. Meltzer drew specific attention to The Rock, who stated that talent believed that The Rock should be the one setting the example. Even though Meltzer is adamant that this report is accurate, The Rock himself took to Twitter to question its validity. WWE have an upcoming move to Netflix, and this has led to speculation that this is finally when WWE will abandon the PG rating, mainly due to Netflix not being a traditional station such as USA or Fox. Whilst nothing is confirmed, CM Punk did throw a passing comment on Raw on March 25th that cursing will be allowed on Netflix. This may have been a throwaway line from Punk, yet it's worth dissecting. Netflix is going to give WWE a ton of freedom to do whatever they like. And even though Netflix do use a rating system, it's unknown what they plan to rate WWE programming.
Bro, it's streaming.
We will likely know more information surrounding the nature of the Netflix deal as we approach 2025 and WWE begins to heavily market the switch over to fans. WWE is making record profits virtually every quarter, and it seems like the Netflix deal was signed based on the current positioning of the product. This likely means that WWE and Netflix have agreed to present a similar product on their platform, yet as was previously alluded to, Netflix's rules aren't as strict, so WWE would have the freedom to push the boundaries of what is allowed. Outside of
There's aftermath of the... Okay, hold on. Remind me not to exit out this tab, because then I'll lose all of this.
Netflix, WWE have endless high-dollar deals that link to a younger demographic. The PG rating was instrumental.
New Rockstar just dropped a W breakdown of Godzilla and Kong. I can't watch it. People still have to see the movie, bruh.
In attaining WWE a lucrative deal with Mattel, and WWE and Mattel's working relationship may drastically alter if the makers of the Barbie dolls find out that WWE features curse words and bloodshed. These are key points that WWE will need to think about before they make any bold decisions. What many fans often forgot is that several years ago, it was widely reported by top sources within the wrestling industry that WWE was going to switch back to a TV-14 presentation. This change was only going to affect Raw, yet just a few hours after this initial report circulated, it was reported that WWE had scrapped the plans. The Rock has been pushing the boundaries of a PG era since he returned to WWE at the start of 2024, and this has been nothing new for the Great One, as even during his 2011-2013 return, he was given more leeway in terms of promo material compared to the rest of the roster.
Who gonna stop him?
Now with The Rock on the board of directors, he is very much a corporate man, while still being a
Hell
talent
chat,
on TV.
don't watch it.
The Rock is never going to risk getting WWE in hot water, so it's likely that 90% of the things he says are either approved or nobody within WWE is taking exception to. Some fans on social media are rejecting the claims of this new era being a new attitude era, and some are labeling it as a renaissance era.
Yeah, I don't think you should call it like the new attitude era. Just name it something completely different, because there's no way you can like reach what or do what the attitude era was.
Product is red hot, and as The Rock has stated, pro wrestling is finally cool again. This isn't just down to WWE pushing the boundaries by allowing their wrestlers to curse and bleed, it's thanks to Triple H's masterful booking, who's put pure care and attention into booking characters like they matter. Triple H put a lot of focus on storytelling and compelling rich storytelling in that. Storylines such as the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes' quest to finish the story have been pure cinema, and these have helped WWE get to the advantageous position they are in right now. But they may want to be
There's
careful of
quite
fans
literally
promoting
only two people who can actually beat The Rock on the mic: John Cena and CM Punk. That's it.
the fact that the Attitude Era is back. While the era was one of, if not the most successful and acclaimed eras in WWE's history, a ton of their storylines,
CM Punk is
particularly
hilarious.
WWE's presentation of women, is
You
now
think we give a fuck about the loser-ass niggas who didn't see the movie this weekend? Fuck 'em, play the vid. Thank you, relieved face.
I'm being considerate, dude.
their storylines, particularly WWE's
Who cares? Watch it, LOL.
insanely outdated. Drawing attention to elements of this nature wouldn't do WWE any favors. On the flip side, casual fans who stopped watching the WWE product years ago, realizing that WWE is now cool again and the product isn't as cartoonish and kid-friendly as it once was,
That's me.
could be the next step in WWE reaching the heights of yesteryear.
It
Right
could,
now,
because here I am reacting to videos about wrestling, bro.
Seems as if the PG era isn't dead just quite yet, but WWE are pushing the PG guidelines, and if sponsors and relevant networks don't kick up a fuss, then it's likely that these edgier, more controversial elements of their presentation are here to stay, especially as WWE enter a new era on Netflix in 2025. Even if they did commit to changing the rating to a TV-14 classification, not too much would change. Sure, TV-14 gives WWE more creative freedom in some areas, yet they still have to answer to sponsors, partners, and networks, and it may be WWE's best interest to stay where they are and ride this incredible hype train for as long as humanly possible.
True.
What would you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. I'll see you next time with
What the hell is this?
the worst WWE finishers ever. There have been some truly awful finishers throughout WWE history. A finisher
That wasn't too bad.
should be impactful and legitimate, and unfortunately,
Okay, you just throw this you're done. Like, wrap your whole career up.
impactful and legitimate aren't words to describe
your finish?
any of these
Yo!
infamous finishing moves. When Viscera debuted his Ruthless Aggression era gimmick, known as the world's largest love machine, WWE wanted a finishing move that suited his new eccentric character. Viscera's new finishing move was known as the Visagra, and this saw the near 500-pound man getting on his opponent's back and then humping them with all
How do you even sell this, bro? How do you even sell this move? What the fuck?
Speaking of infamous WWE characters, in the summer of 1992, WWE debuted Bastion Booger. Booger was an unkempt individual who had a love for greasy food.
Oh, God.
And this character fell completely flat, and his finishing move didn't exactly
Oh,
help him
God.
get over with the
He
audience.
pulls a fry at his ass and shoves it in the opponent's mouth.
Booger's finisher was known as the Trip to the Batcave, and it would see Booger sit down on his opponent with his groin area landing on his opponent's face. This move was labeled as disgusting by the WWE commentary team, and it was heavily implied that Booger was failing to wash that part of his body. It was truly revolting. Our finishing move should always make logical sense, and this unfortunately wasn't the case with the Berserker's primary finisher. The Berserker's finishing move would involve him throwing his opponent over the top rope and winning by countout. If he was going to win by pinfall, he would have to pick up dead weight and somehow get his opponent into the ring. It was a dire idea for a finishing move. Whilst Vicky Guerrero excelled in her role as general manager, as well as her associate roles in the company, whenever she was asked to compete in the ring, everything fell apart. Guerrero had a number of matches.
Nah, who's the nigga whose special was to put a sock in a nigga's mouth? Like, who? What? Who's your favorite wrestler? Stone Cold, bro. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Always and forever.
And during these matches, Guerrero used a finishing move titled the Cougar
Mankind.
Splash. It was a former
Mick
SmackDown
Foley.
GM paying tribute to a late great husband.
That nigga was crazy. But a sock in the mouth is insane.
Eddie Guerrero. However, the splash looked unbelievably bad upon execution. The dreaded finishing move would notably be performed at WrestleMania 26 when Guerrero delivered the move by jumping to the floor before hitting the splash on Kelly Kelly. In 2006, WWE re-debuted Vito on SmackDown as a cross-dressing man. For this gimmick, Vito's finisher would involve Vito putting his opponent's head under his dress so that their face was facing his crotch. He would then lock on an armbar and make his opponent submit whilst their face was fully impaled. Now, the crazy thing about this controversial finisher was that SmackDown had always been a PG product, yet WWE and the network believing this finishing move was appropriate for a PG audience. One of Kelly's finishing moves left a lot to be desired. Her finishing move, known as the Kelly Kick, saw Kelly get set to perform a Seth Rollins-style curb stomp, only for her to drop a leg across her opponent's back. This move
That ain't bad.
received zero reaction. And
Yeah, I mean, because it's like you just kind of just dropping your leg on it, but it's not bad though.
Utterly painless. This move would eventually evolve into a modified famouser of sorts, and this was considerably better and a much better fit for one of WWE's most popular female stars of the respective
That's what I'm
time
saying.
period.
It don't look bad.
But Byron Saxton has been in a non-wrestling role for so long that fans often forget that Saxton was once an in-ring competitor. Saxton was part of NXT Season 4, and in this season, Saxton debuted one of the most laughable finishing moves in WWE history. Saxton's infamous move was known as Saxonation, and it was in essence a mix between the skull-crushing finale and the side effect. The move looked like it hurt essence a mystery. Saxton's infamous move was known as Saxonation, and it was in essence a mix between the skull-crushing finale and the side effect.
That's actually terrible.
The move looked like it hurt Saxton more than his opponent, and when Saxton debuted the move on WWE TV, Matt Striker summed up the move on commentary with the line, "It was ugly, but effective." During his iconic career, John Cena became notorious for having 5 moves of doom. Cena eventually joined in on the joke by promising to debut a 6th move of doom. Cena had heavily teased a new finishing move, so WWE fans were expecting something grand and unique.
Oh shit.
Cena eventually performed the move at the Super Showdown pay-per-view in 2018, and fans were incredibly disappointed.
Skip to the timestamp of 9 minutes and 45 seconds.
9 minutes and 45 seconds? Until you know, The Rock got the mic back.
The Rock has lost it low key.
Yo, he was going crazy until you know, The Rock got the microphone back in his hand. I ain't gonna hold you, bruh.
Match where he teamed with Bobby Lashley to take on Elias and Kevin Owens, Cena began the 6th move of Doom by doing a comedic cross with his arms. He then proceeded to throw a basic worked punch at Elias. Fans were confused and completely let down by the finishing move. Unfortunately, the reception towards the move was so negative that Cena went back to the AA and STF shortly after. But there you have it, folks.
That's gotta be embarrassing. What the fuck was that?
Completely let down by the finishing worked punch at Elias. Doing a comedic cross with his arms, he then proceeded to throw a basic worked punch at Elias. Fans were
Even this guy was just like, what the hell was that?
confused and completely let down by the finishing move. Unfortunately, the reception towards the move was so negative that Cena went back to the AA and STF shortly after. There you have it, folks. The worst WWE finishes ever. What do you think?
Holy shit, that was actually really, really bad, man. Actually, really, really bad, man.